Good morning, good morning, folks. This is a very quick get ready with me in where I am testing this foundation out from Maybelline. And the foundation that I am testing today is this one. And this is the Maybelline Super Stay up to 30-hour wear foundation, and the shade that I am using is 332 Golden Caramel. That is the shade that I am using, and you can tell that the formula is absolutely very different. It's not the formula that I tested the last time. This is a very incandescent formula. And I can tell that by looking at the finish of the product through the bottle. It is a very incandescent type of formula. So we are going to be going through and testing that product. And I have to go and grab my skincare. So now that I have the skincare, of which I will remember to use today, unlike yesterday, in where I forgot to use my skincare. But today I have that, which is this. This is the Clinical Works Retinol Facial Serum, in which I am using as my skincare. And then the moisturizer that I am using is Clean and Clear Essentials Dual Action Moisturizer with salicylic acid for acne treatments. Okay. Alright, so like I said, this is the foundation that I am testing out, and you can see that I've already been using the product off camera, and now I am using the product on camera to test it with all of you to show you what it looks like on my skin. So I'm going in with the palette right there, which is just the lid to the where I store my products. That's all that is. And I'm going to take my foundation brush. Some of the product got on my pants. And as you can see from the other foundation, the beginning process, it's spot on to match with my skin tone. Just the swipes alone tells you that it is a spot on product, even though the finish is different, to absolutely match that of my skin tone. So let's see what will happen in the blending out of the product, due to the fact that it is so spot on to actually match to my skin exactly the way that it's made to. This formula, I can tell you, is a very stubborn formula to work with. It is a very stubborn formula in where it takes a lot to blend out a product. A lot. No matter the skincare that you use, it takes a lot to blend out this formula, especially with a brush. So this is a formula that I prefer to blend out with a sponge. I just don't have any sponges right now to blend it out with, so I am going to be making sure that I blend this product out as much as I can, taking away all the streaks with the brush in order to avoid any discrepancy. Because the next tool that I will definitely be testing this product out with is a sponge. However, you can see that the formula is definitely adhering to my skin tone, because when you look in one mirror, it is definitely matching my skin. However, when you look in the camera, it's looking very concentrated. The product is very concentrated on my skin when I'm looking directly in this camera. But it is absolutely not that concentrated. It's just a matter of waiting for the product to settle on the skin so that it doesn't look so concentrated. And it's already beginning with the much larger screen. It's already beginning to set the way that I want it to, and it's not looking as concentrated as to when I first applied the actual product. It is not looking as concentrated as that which was about 6 minutes ago, and that's what I mean that it takes a lot of work to blend out the product, is because it is taking me 6 to 7 minutes to blend this product out, and it usually takes me 3 minutes to blend out my foundation. It usually absolutely takes me 3 minutes to blend out my foundation. Okay? And it's already taken me 7 minutes. It's already taken me 7 minutes to do what it normally takes me 3 minutes. Now, because of the incandescent look that the foundation gives me, this is where I'm going to go in and set it with a powder so that it doesn't show that incandescentness when I go out in natural daylight, because I do have my room lights on in order to be able to have a proper lighting inside the house to apply the foundation. And these lightings that I have in the house does match that to almost but not daylight outside. So I want to make sure that when I go outside of my house, if I were to be going outside at any point today, I want to make sure that the foundation matches exactly to that as to what I see in the large view camera, which is almost pretty much skin-like. So this is why I'm going in with the setting powder. You want the public to be able to tell, even with an incandescent finish, that they're going to ask, are you wearing foundation or not? Because they may have watched a live portion of you applying your makeup, but you want the public to be aware that you know how to apply your makeup, and they won't even remember that they watched you apply your makeup, and that's what you want. You don't want those that viewed you applying your makeup remembering that they viewed you applying your makeup, because you want your makeup to look like skin. However, your skin enhanced, which therefore protects all of the blemishes and spots that we can't get rid of because we were born with those blemishes and spots in order to curate who we belong to. That's what you use the makeup to block, is those blemishes and those spots. So that is the powder applied, and based off of what I can see on the viewing screen, it's a perfect match to my neck, even with an incandescent finish. It is a perfect match to my neck with an incandescent finish to the actual foundation. And that's what you want, is to make sure that with an incandescent foundation, the powder that you use is able to bring back your natural skin tone, so that, well, Tom Ford over there is watching. Tom Ford won't even recognize when he sees you in public that he watched you this morning apply your makeup. He won't recognize that because it looks exactly like skin. And Tom Ford is someone who obviously knows makeup. And you don't want him to remember that he watched you apply the makeup this morning, because Tom Ford knows makeup. You don't want him to recognize that at all. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the same setting powder on my eyes in order to just make sure that my eyes are blended out properly to match the rest of my skin. Okay, so through the screen, my skin is very normal and natural. Through the mirror that I'm looking at, my skin is very normal and natural. However, through the viewing camera, it is not showing up as normal and natural, and that's bothering me. That's bothering me, that the viewing camera is not normal and natural. It's showing up very true. It's showing up very true to product. Let's say that of the foundation, it's absolutely showing up very, very true to product, and you don't want it to do that. But it's giving me what I want through the mirror as well as through the viewing screen. So, with that being said, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be continuing my product collection video of what I currently have, and if I've added anything to it, I will let you know, in order to watch how long it takes for the foundation to match with all three different elements, which is the viewing screen, the mirror, as well as the camera, in order to get that actual skin tone look that I'm looking for, that I'm already getting with the viewing screen, almost there with the mirror, but not quite there with the actual camera yet. Alright, so let's get into the products that I have for 2024, and we are doing the powder collection. The powder collection, and this will be part one of the powder collection. As I do these product testing, I will be doing these collections more and more often, in order to test the strength of the foundation. to see how long it takes to change in order to get to that of my natural skin, which is what I want, which is almost there. It's almost there with this camera. It's almost there. It's almost there. We are almost there. It's not showing up so much incandescent at the point of 15 minutes anymore. However, it's still showing the actual shade of the foundation at 15 minutes. It's showing the actual shade of the foundation, and that's what I don't want. I don't want for the viewing camera to be showing the actual shade of the foundation. I want it to be, by the time I've completed this video, I want it to show the actual shade of my natural skin pouring through the foundation. Alright, so let's get into the powders that I have currently, and I can let you know that I haven't added anything to this collection yet, but I do plan to. Everything that I have has been purchased by me throughout between 2021 to thus far 2023. I have added no new powder in 2024. So starting off with this one I purchased at Dollarama, and it has a very different finish, even though it's the same product, to the one purchased through Joe Fresh. But this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer, and this is why I have it labeled, because I also have the Joe Fresh one, and I want to make sure that I know I have which product and where I'm purchasing it from in order to know the finish of the product. So this is the one purchased from Dollarama, and this is the Wet n Wild Icon Bronzer. This one that I have here, this is the Maybelline Fit Me 35 Deep. This is the loose finishing powder. This one that I have right here, this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in 220 Natural Beige. This one that I have is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Setting Powder, and I have this in the shade Medium Deep with the code CSWSSP04. This one is Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Dark 40 Loose Setting Powder. This one is the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter, and this one is in the shade 150 Molten Peach. This one is the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter in the shade 100 Molten Gold. This one is from Hard Candy, purchased at Dollarama in Twinkle Star. This powder that I have is from Fenty Beauty, and this is the mini in the shade Butter. And as it is, my skin is changing. My skin is getting back to its natural skin tone in the camera view. It's just looking still a little light, and it's taking still just a little bit too long for me. Just a little bit. So I may need to add a little bit of bronzer in order to tighten up, to make sure that the bronzer can tell the powder to adhere to her skin tone. So as I say that, this is another one that I purchased by 2023. This is the Annabelle Perfect Butter Bronzer, and I have the shade Suave Sun. Three more to go actually. 3 more to go. I have another one. Both of these are 35 Deep Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. So that's 2 of those. And this one, I have two of these, which is Maybelline Dark 40 in the loose finishing powder. So, two of these 35 deep, two of these Dark 40. And I also have finally, which I should pull out so that I can use this one up completely, because they are not making shade 122 anymore. This shade is not being made by Maybelline anymore. This is shade 122 Creamy Beige from the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder line. This shade is not being made by Maybelline anymore, so I'm aware that I'm the one to have the last copy of this shade, and this is how much I have left. And I've been trying to use this up since January of 2024. So, with that being said, my skin has now completely reached the max time that it usually takes for a product to set on my skin. So we're not going to get any better than this with sitting on the camera. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and continue to film another video, and you will see on my Instagram live page as I'm filming that video the continuing setting and finish of this foundation. And by the time I get out there in order to meet with a few people, hopefully the foundation would have set to exactly what I want it to be by the time I get outside in natural lighting. So that's my only thing, is that it's taking way too long to set to where I want it to match with my actual skin, which is that of my neck all the way up to what it would naturally be if I were not wearing any makeup. Anyways, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more videos. As you can see, the YouTube subscribe button is back. However, this one, I am on YouTube Red. So if you want to be able to see me, you have to be able to watch me through YouTube Red. If you want to see anything from this channel, you will see this on YouTube Red. With that being said, thank you so much. And by the way, I would like to thank YouTube Red for sponsoring today's video. Bye.